Alright, cool. Well, let's get started because, yeah, a lot happened. Last episode we started off with actually being last night. V had a really nice talk to Gary for once in their life. Like, I think that was one of the first conversations that you had that was, like, nice with your parent in a while. Mostly. But he revealed a couple of interesting things. He revealed that the Indigo League is working against Sylph, so you guys are not alone in thinking that they're a bunch of butts. However, this is done in secret, so, just keeping it on the down low. He also insinuated that Sylph Corporation may have done some rather despicable things, and that they are inherently dangerous, which is why he wants you to kind of stay out of trouble and let him sweep things under the rug. He also asked you guys to kind of lay low for a while. And he also told you guys that it's not actually typical for people to go down south to the islands so quickly after receiving their license. So maybe Acacia had a reason to send you guys there that you're not aware of, because that came as a surprise to all of you. However, he was impressed by the fact that not even a week after getting your trainer licenses, you guys ended up with your first badge, or at least, some of you. And I also did post some of the calendars in the game chat if you guys were interested. I know that G looked at that last time. So yeah, we have like a 13-month system just for me to keep track of time and to have fun. So now Dark Saturday is real. And Dark... and it is tomorrow. Which, yeah. But yeah, the next morning you guys arrived to the Seafoam Islands. You immediately went over to the Pokemon Center and met Margaret, the Chansey, who is apparently manning the desk by herself. Got your Pokemon healed up a little bit, for what it's worth. You went shopping, got some supplies, although granted, they were just general supplies. I believe Milo bought a whole bunch of cooking stuff, in order to continue to make Pokemon food while you guys are on the road. Kid also acquired an axe, which I may or may not regret. It's a small axe, okay? It's a small axe. It's like for...
Yeah, it's just a little hand axe. It's no big deal. I'm sure nothing will come from that.
Oh, God. Okay. I don't want to put a bunch of kids in jail for attempted murder. Alright.
Sometimes we might just need to ask somebody a question.
Oh boy. Womp womp. But yeah, you guys...
He's not making a threat, he's just making an implication.
It's different. There's a difference. But yeah, you guys also found a little flyer and ended up signing up for the Seafoam Islands surfing contest, which is on Monday, which means that even at the end of this day, you still have another full day hanging around before that happens. So since you had the time, you decided to go and look for Vern, who was apparently one of the people who wanted a Pokemon task done. Vern, who wanted something gotten off his lawn. So you went and you got the thing off of his lawn quite successfully, albeit with a lot of confusion involved, because apparently the thing that was on his lawn was indeed a giant old Blastoise, which was probably not getting as much exercise as it used to. And as Milo correctly guessed, yes, it did belong to Vern, and he literally was just hiring kids to essentially give it a good back scratching. And
get some exercise.
Yeah, get it some exercise.
Right.
But yeah, you still ended up getting some experience and some money out of that, so that didn't go so bad. At this point, I will say, probably it is, oh boy, it's like afternoon. Let's put you on a different map. It's the afternoon. It's maybe around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. Since you guys have gotten down here, Vern has left and, gone elsewhere, probably back to his house, now that his Blastoise has gone off for a swim. But the rest of what you want to do is up to you. What are you guys doing what would you like to? Would you like to go back to the Pokemon Center and make that hike, or is there anything else?
We got some more jobs, right? Aren't we trying to do the beach one for like digging for something? And there was a fuzzy one and a Caterpie swarm one.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so let's see. From what I remember, the beach one was kind of like working for a few hours. It was paid by the hour, and since it's later in the day, it might be better for me to pick that one up tomorrow morning and just run around for a few hours before you guys even, well, before V gets up. Do we want to go check out that Caterpie swarm thing?
Sure.
I mean, it could be fun to just go beat up a bunch of Caterpie, and I mean, if they're trying to get rid of them, then I think they're giving us the Pokeball because they want us to capture them for them.
Do you think we could keep one of them?
I mean, if it's a swarm, who's to say we can't use one of our own Pokeball to catch one?
There should be plenty if you want one.
Yeah, we just like if they give us 10 and we have 10 successes, then that's 3,000 Poké-Dollars each. But we might not succeed every time, so that could be fun.
So who's to say one of them just didn't succeed and may end up in my pocket?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
with a Caterpie.
I'm pretty sure if you just want one, you can just go get one. Like it's not like they own the Caterpie.
No, I know. I just don't want to use my own Pokeball because it costs money and I don't have a lot left.
I think you're gonna have to, because I'm pretty sure that the Pokeballs they're gonna give us are gonna be kind of linked to them. That's gonna
if they're using it for like research and relocation, I'm pretty sure they're gonna know when one succeeds or fails, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like Safari Balls, but yeah, only one way to know. Let's go find out. Let's see, where did they say to go?
I believe, let's see, I think I linked you guys the info.
I have it open, Milo's just like thinking, like, I think it's actually back at the Pokemon Center. Okay, well, that'll be good, because, we boys took a little bit of damage, and if we're gonna go fight a bunch of bugs, a Beedrill could cause some... Let's just heal up first.
I think they'll have Beedrill. I want a Beedrill.
Sure.
I'm gonna catch a Beedrill.
Milo makes that noise.
Yeah, as he contemplates how strong a Beedrill might be, and I look up their SR to see if we could even capture it. But yeah, we'll head back to the Pokemon Center.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. All right. You guys trek back up. It is a little bit of a walk. This island isn't like super large, but there's also, no other way to get around except for walking. And yeah, I suppose I can just put you right back on the map to where you guys were before.
Oh, it's in the cave.
Oh. I mean, you can go inside the cave. This island is actually probably littered with tiny caves. Most of them aren't like through caves, in the sense that they're not super explorable. It's more just like little caverns, that are partially flooded. Yeah. Above the table, for these little caves over here, I don't really have a map specifically. But you can definitely go look around and, if you just want to splash around in the cave, most of them are small, like the size of a house, essentially.
Definitely have a beach
chilling over there.
What is it?
I was just looking at the thing that Earth pointed out, that there's just a Victory Bell like chilling over there.
There's a Victory Bell hanging out, just ominously standing over there.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh no.
You have to hit Hitmonchan. I want to run around and Pokedex all these random Pokemon.
Sure. As you guys head up and back up the beach, in fact, you do actually pass the Hitmonchan, and as you kind of approach it, V, I'm presuming you're going over to Pokedex it.
Yes.
At the same time, you see that there's actually like a small child on its back, and when I say small child, I'm talking like maybe like under a year old that it's got in one of those like Bjorn things, you know? And it's just walking, and on the back of a Hitmonchan there's like a note taped to, not the baby necessarily, but like the Hitmonchan's back, and it says
Keep the
in
baby. Don't touch my baby.
it just says like in capital letters, "Not stealing the baby. This is the only way she will fall asleep."
Dad's asleep in the lawn chair. Just...
And so this Hitmonchan is literally just like slowly running laps with the baby, essentially. The same thing as like when you put your baby into the car and go for a drive to put it to sleep.
See,
That's
if we'd
adorable.
stayed on the if we'd stayed on the cruise, we would have missed all of this. Like, we wouldn't have been able to see Seafoam at all. Would have just sailed on by.
But also fancy cruise.
I guess Milo was splashed through the water and.
Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna...
There is a keyboard shortcut to turn Roll20 back into light mode because
Oh no.
Joe stepped all over my keyboard and now I can't figure out how to change it back.
You are now in
So
the
great.
brightness.
No, it's so great.
Alright. Will we also splash across to the Pokemon Center, or we're doing the thing where he takes off his socks again and...
Yeah, after he Pokedexes the Hitmonchan and he will sit down and take off his socks and shoes and roll up his pants.
So we'll wait for a minute.
Alright. While I update the little things and get you back into the Pokemon Center. Where's my Pokemon Center map? Oh no.
I like how this swimmer looks like they're holding on to like the shelf right there, just hanging out.
I want to go join them, but we got work to do.
We got stuff to do.
We'll have our surfing contest, and we'll have at least 1 or 2 days of just relaxing. But we got to earn a little bit of Poké Dollars, get a little bit of experience, earn it first, and then we'll relax.
Earn the vacation.
Yeah.
Only you would think that we have to earn a vacation.
I mean, that's what makes the vacation feel sweeter, is knowing that the work is done, and you're ready for the next step, and you can just relax.
Or that's why it's a vacation, is that you just relax.
I mean, I don't know. If I go on vacation and, like, I have a whole bunch of stuff to do, I have a hard time relaxing.
What do you have to do? Like, that's the point, is to, like, get away from all the doing.
I mean, right now, we have a Caterpie swarm to go deal with, and some
Well,
Pokédollars
yeah.
to make so that we can continue to feed ourselves and Pokemon. And then we have to get ready for the Jade City Gym, and then when we feel like we're about ready there, then yeah, we can go. I think
All
we'll
that
probably
stuff
be
will
able
just
to
happen
relax.
naturally. You don't have to work on it. It's fine. It'll be great.
What's the worst that can happen?
Sure. Okay. Oh, look! The nurse is here. We actually have a person to talk to.
Yeah, and she looks like she's about to fall asleep. She's just like kind of leaning against the counter. Kind of leaning. She opens her eyes a little bit and goes, "Oh, wow! Did not expect. Wow, okay. There's actually people here. What's up? You guys are new around here."
Yeah. We just got here.
We talked to the Chansey earlier. She
Oh,
was pretty cool.
Margaret, yeah, she's over there. And you look over at the Chansey, who apparently is taking her break, like sitting over on the little chair, and she's got like a magazine, like a fashion magazine, but she's holding it upside down, but she looks very enthralled.
She's,
Pretty adorable.
she's reading it for the pictures.
Yep.
Live your
One
best
thing I
life, Margaret.
suppose we couldn't ask her for, do you have rooms here?
Oh,
No.
yeah, I'm sorry. We're not that kind of center. I'm afraid we don't really have a lot of people going through here, and most of the time when people stop by, they stop like one of those fancy like Airbnbs.
Follow-up question. What are the local laws and mandates regarding camping on the beach?
She kind of just gives you a thumbs up and goes, as long as you're not littering, go
Alright,
for
we're
it.
good. We're good. We're just gonna camp on the beach.
Awesome.
Well, we'll go down to that place where I found the star piece, on the way down towards where Vern was, and we'll just set up camp there, far enough away from people where they won't bother us and we won't bother them. And that'd be great.
Hooray.
Wow. The enthusiasm is really overwhelming.
I mean, if you want, you could look into one of these Airbnbs, but I can guarantee you it's going to be expensive.
Alright. Are there any Airbnbs that aren't... Do you get discounts for being younger?
She kind of shrugs a little bit and goes, well, I'm not younger, so I wouldn't really know, but maybe you'll have to look online. And she like kind of shows you an app where you can essentially download. I don't know what a good Airbnb Pokemon alternative is.
Altaria.
Altaria B&B, Swab
B&B.
Swab B&B. Swab B&B, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm fine camping. But, okay, so what we're really here for, we are interested in the job posting to go and help with the Caterpie swarm, so...
Oh, excellent. That's great to hear. All right. Well, all right. I can get you a map for where we're having the most trouble and get you some Pokeballs. Do you have any questions about it?
Being dusk, will it make it more or less dangerous? You know what? If I want to know, because I'm going to go either way.
She kind of pauses and goes, Do you want to know, or should I just not? Okay. I was going to answer, but now I'm not sure.
Fine. Nah. I guess we're going in blind.
Oh,
No, I'd rather know. I think I'd rather know. I had to debate that one to myself, but I think I'd rather know. Is it safer or not?
Come on, man.
What? She kind of scratches her head and goes, okay, well, here's the thing. The island itself is not super dangerous, but the issue with the Caterpie and why we've been asking people to help out is because of the fact that they've kind of taken over, like, not a portion of the island, but that particular area, and we've kind of been having trouble with them, I mean, it might be dangerous. The thing is,
Caterpie? Do they have like a bug gang boss or something?
Essentially, we think so. They kind of took over a house.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
Like there was a guy who has a summer home here, and he came back one day, and the entire place was just covered in, essentially, like the strings that they release. So we think.
He
yeah.
secured all his food and,
Well, he just kind of moved out, He was just kind of like, oh, I'm not about this, and he just kind of left. Yeah. So the house is kind of, off limits for now, and he was the one that actually sponsored this thing, and asked us to try to get rid of him, and, the Pokemon Center is obligated to help out. So is it dangerous? I mean, it depends. Usually Caterpie aren't, but depends on...
Chance of Beedrill are high, is probably what you're expecting.
Well, Beedrill...
No, yeah, I was gonna say, now, are we expecting Beedrill or like Butterfree?
Butterfree, I'm sorry, my brain. I went down the wrong line. Butterfree.
Well, they have seen a Butterfree around in those areas. So we think she might have, had a good time with some other Pokemon. We only saw the one Butterfree, so we don't know what the other half of that is. But yeah, she's been over there and she's been making her nests, and it's been kind of causing a problem because clearly, they have a big love thing going on, whoever she's with.
But Butterfrees are adorable.
I have a follow-up question that might make V happy if we clean them out. Can we stay there while we're here? If the guy's not there?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I guess if you stay there, if you want to clear it out and stay at the house, I don't think he can stop you.
Yeah, I guess my question was going to be, like, he moved out, does he care about the structural integrity of the house anymore, but if we're gonna stay there, then
I don't think
guess
you
we
should
destroy it.
I will ask that you not destroy private property.
It might be better to try to curb the destruction of a building while we're in it.
I'm just saying, like, fire is an easy, quick solution.
No, we do not want you to use fire. We would like you to capture the Caterpie and relocate them. She begins to like now kind of act as though like she's like, I'm not sure I should have hired these children. I may be regretting my choices.
Already sold. No backsies.
Alright, just go ahead, point it out on a map. We'll go and...
please don't
take a look.
destroy the house. Really,
No.
he will.
Yeah,
like,
we'll try.
We have to register your trainer licenses with the Pokemon Center to give you the Pokeballs in order to capture the Caterpie.
Is it like...
So...
Is it going to be like 10 total? Is it 10 per each of us? What's the...
What
do you...
How many is this swarm? Are we talking like 50 Caterpies? Like,
we kind of lost
Caterpies?
track after a while, but she kind of looks.
So many they couldn't count.
she looks under her desk and she kind of types something into the computer and she goes, the League has given us 50 total Pokeballs just in case, so I can give you 10 each to start with.
Do we get to keep the ones we don't use?
She looks back down again, looks back up at V. Make me a persuasion check, V.
I just want free Pokeballs. Persuasion.
Okay. She kind of looks down and she goes, I mean, we already have the Pokeballs, and things are kind of, we're an official Pokemon Center, but if you guys have more use for them, I'm not going to ask for them back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But we will pay you for each Caterpie that you bring back, so, like, it's technically more profitable for you to bring it back than just
catch
take
them and then buy Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, make profit.
Okay, well, I suppose.
What are you gonna do with them? Are you just gonna relocate them to not a house?
Oh yeah, we typically send them back to like local professors in the area that want them because Caterpie they're not local to here, or at least we're not supposed to have this many here, but like they are, local to other areas of Kanto, so we usually end up sending them up north, Viridian Forest, Pewter City, abouts, and they usually...
Can you send, like, at least a dozen to Pallet, to Professor Acacia?
They're in desperate need of some Caterpie.
They really love Caterpies.
Hold on. V, can you roll me a d20? Just a flat-out d20.
Is Acacia a bug fan?
No, I just need to know, because Acacia's on their way back, and I need to know if they're about to bust into the Pokemon Center and hear you saying that. Nope, they don't. Okay, never mind.
They're right here. Run! We're gonna be running from Acacia like we were running from, God, what was his name in Strahd? Her sister, or her brother. Ismark?
That poor man.
That poor man never got you. I imagine you met with him after Strahd.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
There's things we need to explain. I was very busy. There was stuff to do.
She might have wanted to talk to him, maybe.
We anonymously gave him her number.
Yeah.
Like, here, this is how you can contact Aruda. You guys figure it out.
But anyways. Yeah, she just kind of pauses and goes, sure, I'll send them over. I mean, we have to put them through the Pokemon Professor. I think they're the ones that organize all of the transfers anyways, but...
They'll love it. Believe me.
Okay. Sure. She kind of looks around, looks at V, looks at Kid, looks at Milo, pings Milo as the most responsible one, and kind of begins to pull out... Like, they're essentially plastic casings of Pokeballs, and, like, there's 10 of them. They're just standard issue Pokeballs. They're just flat, standard Pokeballs. So she just gives you 30 of them. 10 for each of you.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Good. Okay. Now, how long would it take to heal my Pokemon? Because they're not badly hurt.
Did yours get
I think-
hurt?
I think
The
Lou was
Blasters didn't really fight us.
We used
the
At the
PP.
end.
attack.
In the end.
Oh,
and
you
yeah.
guys got hit. Okay.
Yeah, he only.
Okay.
It was a minimum amount of damage. It was on his token on the other page, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like
Um,
2 damage.
Yeah, he was at like 29 of 36 or something like that.
Let me go back to that page and check for. Dwebble is at 24 out of 30. Actually, Ivory is also at 28 out of 34, and Lou is at 29 out of 36 currently.
Yeah, I thought
I mean,
we
I think-
took just a little bit of damage.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind getting,
because I
because
think the
Dwebble
level-
whiffed a lot, so I wouldn't mind making
Right.
up some PP that he
I mean-
lost.
Ivory wasn't too badly hurt because we did level up, so it like didn't put the health back in from leveling up. But
Oh, I see. So yeah, I mean, you can leave them there. She kind of asks you how many Pokemon there are, and when you tell her, she is like, "Oh, 3. I mean, yeah, it'll be like probably. Let's see, they don't look too bad. 15 minutes.
Yeah, we
Cool.
can spare that. Top everybody off.
Cool.
All right, get that taken care of.
Okay. I'm just
All
gonna.
right.
I don't remember how the token properties work, so I'm just gonna put them back up to full health before deleting them, and I think that updates their official page. I hope. Frickin' no. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before you head out into the wilds? She has given you a map on how to find it. It looks like, based on the map, it will be a little bit of a hike back down to the southern side of the island, but instead of going to Vern's place, which was kind of on the edge of the island, you traveled down along the coast, you will be heading inwards, essentially.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, Milo will just make sure that his flashlight and batteries are all in working order, because we're about to do this at like dusk, and then
best time to hunt bugs.
yeah, I mean it really is. They're going to be out and active.
We might see
As the
some
sun goes
cool
down,
nocturnal type Pokemon too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Everybody ready?
What is? We didn't ask. What is your name?
Oh, it's, hold. Please hold. Please hold.
There's Jackie.
Sure. Have I used Jackie yet? God damn it. I always
No.
forget which ones I used and which ones I didn't
Definitely
use.
haven't used Jackie yet.
Oh, I have a Jackie. Sure, she'll be a Jackie.
Oh, you have one?
I mean, I made like several tokens to make myself remember, but sure, yeah, Jackie. Jackie it is.
Hell yeah.
And she goes, by the time I get back, I'll probably switch it back off to Margaret. So Margaret will probably be here if you guys get back late. Or I guess if you're sleeping
Yeah.
at the place.
we'll
Just
be back
don't,
tomorrow.
clean up after
Yeah.
yourselves. Maybe, like, you don't have to clean the string from the string shop. But
I'm
don't-
sure it'll be cleaner than how it was when we get there.
Sure. No fire, please.
It'll certainly be different. I can guarantee that. Change will occur.
Oh,
Right?
boy. Okay.
Alright. And also, before we leave, do you have any snacks?
I have snacks here, and he'll hand you like a Cliff Bar.
Okay. I mean, all the other
It looks
Pokemon
hand.
centers
It looks
have-
homemade, and he made them.
Okay.
It's the
Trusting
thought
me.
that counts, you know? It was made with love, V.
Yeah. And some other
Just
things,
can't-
I'm sure.
Yeah. It's just your freeze-dried food. All right. Onward to adventure.
And
Splash,
V
splash,
did not
splash,
even put
splash,
his
splash.
shoes back on while we were in the Pokemon Center, so.
To be fair, like, she didn't seem to mind. It's tiled floors. They're probably used to people trekking sand in here anyways.
But he will sit down, put his stuff back on, make everybody wait again,
Yep.
and then
I
we'll
mean,
head out.
kid just hauled ass because he could kind of see the victory button. Let's go
Yeah.
check it out.
You run past... Actually, everybody roll me a perception check.
Milo releases Lou and picks him up onto his shoulder. And just gonna
Lou seems very relieved to not be doing running right now.
Oh, that was a natural one.
Womp.
Wah, wah.
And you still did higher than me.
Okay. Despite the fact that Kid ran on ahead, Kid is also the only one who pays attention to the sign that is right here. And you see that it has something written on it that says something along the words of, like, toll. Or, like, pay the toll. Did you want to run back and check it out, or nah?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay. As soon as you run up to the to where you see the Victorville, it kind of pauses and looks at you and leans out. It's hanging onto a tree partially, but it, like, leans out and kind of not lowers itself into the road, but essentially, like, begins to edge outward. And it seems to be making eye contact with you specifically. Or whoever is coming up to it, I suppose.
Is this the way we're
Kid
supposed to
first,
go?
yeah.
Guys, just look. Guys,
Uh-huh.
look. That's a victory
What?
bell.
Yeah. What's it
I
doing?
don't know. I don't know.
Pokedex!
A kid is gonna distinctly not mention that he saw that it said toll. Because we are running on limited, not trying to pay what little money he has, right?
That's fair. I mean, if it's hungry, Milo will just take out one of the cherry berries and kind of chuck it over to him.
Okay. As soon as you chuck it over, the Victorville's intense gaze shifts over to you. Do you, like, chuck it into the pitcher?
No, I'm chucking it into his big victory bell mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's like,
Oh, okay,
the,
yeah.
you know, the pitcher of the thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you chuck it in. It makes, like, I don't want to do the Victorville scrim because it will indubitably. Yeah. It seems very happy, and it actually seems to, like, close its pitcher and back up out of the road. And begin to, like, go back up into the tree.
That's cool. That's a much better toll, actually. Now I feel bad I didn't point it out.
What's that about a toll? I thought it was just hungry.
But yeah, you guys begin to go, and I don't have any other stuff. So hold on. I wonder if I have a little forest thing for you. I do, probably. Do.
Ice. Any hidden Pokemon? I don't see any.
Hmm,
Those are the best kind. You don't see them.
these people
Right.
awesome.
Maybe.
They look like the right kind of flowers.
But yeah, you guys begin to head into the forest. It's about 5 p.m. now, maybe getting closer to 6. But because you're relatively, like, further down south, although what does that even mean on a planet that is larger than the sun? I'm beginning to realize if we go by the standard settings.
God.
Go ahead and roll me a whoever is following the map, go ahead and roll me a survival
That's
check.
That's our boy Milo. Sure.
Alright, let's see. Make sure I got normal. Bam.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely, yeah. You are pretty sure that you will be able to cut down on the time and actually get there before sunset, which will probably be good.
Okay.
Alright, good. So we'll have a little bit of light to at least explore the exterior of the house. We want to use our flashlights. We can use a little bit of the ambient light and draw a little less attention to ourselves. That should be good.
Sure.
You think they'll get mad if we turn the lights on?
In the
I
house?
don't know if the lights are going to work with the Caterpie infestation. I guess we'll know when we see it.
I mean, I don't
Depends
think
on-
they don't really chew wires. They just look
Hang out.
finicky.
You guys continue. It does take you a while to walk there. Let's see. Yeah, it'll probably take about an hour. What do you guys want to do? Are you guys just heading there as quickly as possible? Or since Milo rolled a natural 20, if you'd like to also look for, like, other things, Pokemon tracks, as you go along the way, that's
Yeah.
also up to you.
Look for dusky Pokemon.
Dusky Pokemon. Okay, go ahead and roll me perception checks, all three of you, then. See what you discover.
Let's find the hidden Pokemon.
Yeah. No.
That's a natural 1, a natural 20, and then a natural 1.
Yep.
Wow. Well, yeah,
Milo's
Milo.
having a roller coaster of emotions.
It's fine, guys.
Right.
I will keep us on track
Yeah.
and make sure that me and Lou
Yep.
will make sure nobody gets off course. You guys explore.
Lost.
If you hear me shout, then you're outside of my voice. Just, outside of my range of sight. Just come back towards my voice, and we'll be good. That way they can kind of like fan out to explore the tundra a little bit more.
Sounds good.
Milo keeps us on track.
Okay. V and Kid, I will give both of you a roll. I would like to ask, Pokemon or items that you're looking for? Interesting things or...
I want to look for Pokemon.
Pokemon? Okay.
We haven't looked for Pokemon in a while.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me just a d20. Flat d20, V. Okay.
7.
A 7. A hot 7.
Mhm.
You probably at one point... Oh boy, do I have this one? Hold on. Okay. With a 7, you probably end up on your way coming across a couple of like tide pools. And as you guys are trekking through the forest, you see a couple of things glinting in the distance, and there's some Starmie in the pool. It looks like whatever this is connected to the main ocean, and it is still kind of like salt water. And they're just hanging out there. They are underwater, but it's shallow enough where you can see them pretty easily.
Alright. I will send... Well, I guess who needs training and who I don't really want to use against water Pokemon. But, I guess I'll send, Lily over
Okay.
to go harass them.
Are you trying to capture it, or are you just trying to,
Were they star me or star you?
wait. The smaller one.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
right.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I was concerned when you said star me, and you were like, I'm just gonna go poke it, and I'm like,
No, sorry.
Of course it could happen. Whee!
That was me. Question for V then, because I don't want to distract from the main event. Would you like to try to capture it and have like a full-on battle, or are you just trying to battle it and we can like speed this up with a couple of D20 rolls?
I do want to try to catch one.
Okay.
But we don't have to do the whole thing, because I was gonna probably just try to put it to sleep and catch it.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me see. I want to...
I also Pokedex
also
it
don't
if we
mind.
don't do the whole battle.
If V wants to battle it, I'm just vibing.
That is very fair. Hold
Same
on.
with Kid. If you see something cool,
Yeah.
kick its butt. If you see something big, let me know, and we can all kick its butt.
Right.
Okay. In which case, without spending too much time on it, what is the save for Lily's put to sleep Enos?
13.
13 wisdom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's a natural 16. So it doesn't work. Can you roll me? We're gonna do this, and I have to actually make like a full-on thing for this because I had ideas. But essentially, I would like you to roll me a d20, and how we're gonna do this is you should probably add your Pokemon handling, or we'll do this.
Ooh, I rolled
Please.
good for once.
Let's see. What's your... Well, let's add your trainer level, actually. So the way that this is going to work is...
4.
So that's 4, so that's a 22. That I was thinking is essentially anything 20 and 25 is you do... like, basically defeat the Pokemon to whatever you need to, and your Pokemon don't end up losing any HP over it. 15 to 20 would be like, you get the thing you want, but you surrender, like, 1/4 of your Pokemon's HP. 10 to 15, you end up surrendering half your Pokemon's HP, and etc. I'm gonna actually write this down later so that we can continue to speed this, things along, but for now, we're just gonna do this loosey-goosey. Okay, go ahead and let me double check to see what the Staryu's thing is that you have to roll in order to capture it. Oh god, we haven't actually caught Pokemon in so long that I forgot how
Right?
this works.
That's why I wanted to go run around and catch some Pokemon. It's
Oh.
been like the last Pokemon I caught was Umbra.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm really in no hurry at all. So
Yeah. No.
I know that it's like 10
plus
Pokemon's
basis
level
R
plus 1/10 of their remaining hit points.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll me whatever Pokeball that you're throwing. Are you using one of the regular Pokeballs, or are you using something else?
Probably just one of the regular ones.
Okay. I think that's a Pokemon handling check, right? Is that what it is when you catch it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that would technically be base SR rounded down plus remaining HP rounded down. That's exactly what you needed, actually.
Hey.
Just barely. It shakes for a long time. It shakes so long that you're like,
He's like, come on,
not
man.
sure if... Okay. Alright. Cool.
Yeah.
Just imagine if you had walked up and put it to sleep without it even knowing you were there, and it just woke
That's what
up.
I was trying to do.
Woke up. You're mine now.
Didn't work.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I just wanted Lily to like go over and poke one of them and then put it to sleep, and I was gonna catch it.
Fair enough. Okay, I will then go ahead and add that to your party. Give me 1 second. Oh boy.
Also, just as a heads up, Butterfree is SR6 and level 5, so we can't catch one, unfortunately. Not
Dang
yet. I know. It's just outside our reach.
But I could catch a Metapod.
You could catch a Metapod, yes.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I
It's
was
just a couple more levels, right?
just trying to give you your fucking star. There we go. Okay, do you see it, V?
Yeah.
Okay, can you roll me? Actually, can you roll me a 1d4 to decide its special thing? And also, we should probably roll for. Okay,
For
so
shiny.
that's odd, and roll for shiny and nature and stuff.
Aw.
One day, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be something that like we just catch to get it out of our way, but it's gonna end up shining.
You're right.
And 18
be
is
something
the
that nobody-
nature, right?
Wants to
We're
like
gonna
use, but it'll be
Yeah,
shiny.
we're gonna catch like a Durant or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Innocent? Oh, you caught an innocent Starmie.
No.
It had
The
no idea what was coming.
So are you?
All right. I don't think Staryu have a gender. Right?
I
Probably
think
not.
so.
Yeah, I don't think they do. Okay.
Their name is Ryu.
Ryu. Okay.
They are genderless.
Level 1 because that's rolled, and then nature is
Just a little baby.
innocent.
Are they holding Stardust or a star piece?
For some extra cash, some extra.
Oh boy. V, why don't you go ahead and roll me another 1d20? If you roll above a 15, I will say yes.
No.
Oh,
Aw,
Chucks.
worth a shot.
It's worth- Yeah.
that was worth a shot. Plus charisma.
Shiny Staryu looks so cool too.
Right, I was just looking at that when you guys were like, "Does it have a gender?" Because I've never really been big on Staryu or Starmie, but the shiny looks so fucking
Look at the
good.
shiny Starmie.
Oh.
What?
Can I farm Staryus until I find one? No.
How many Staryu are here, and can we roll D100s for each of them to see if we spot a shiny Staryu to catch?
Right? Can I at least look at the other ones if there are more? Do they look different?
You know what? Let's do this, yeah. Go ahead, because
Tide
you
pool.
did roll for it. You rolled like an 18 on your perception check. It's a tide pool. I will say there are approximately 5 more Starmie here, aside from the one that you just caught.
5 D100.
Go ahead and roll me just flat out 5 D100 to see if you...
Dang, 64 had me so...
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah. And then the 70s are right there too.
I know.
It's so close.
All right. Oh, you caught a cool Starmie or Star
Okay.
Right.
for you. It's just that silver and blue going into that
Right,
like
it's
cobalt
Right.
blue and red
Yeah,
is
it's
Ooh.
good.
I actually haven't looked up what the shinies
Yeah.
look like. I'm curious.
It's like albino
Oh, dang. Yeah, it
Right?
is. Okay.
It's real nice.
It is real nice.
Starry. I spend the rest of the nights sitting staring at stars.
I'm not leaving.
They're not leaving. Okay. Excellent, excellent. I will say, can you knock off at least a couple of PP off of Lily then, if you're using her, just to make it fair?
Just like a hypnosis and then maybe like a couple licks.
Sure. Yeah. Makes sense.
That's right. I get all that back with
Lick.
blue, and oh no, I have to find. Oh no. I have to put
Boy.
another resource in for Lou because he has 5 moves now.
Oh, whoops.
Oh man.
Okay, and then also Kid rolled really well for perceiving things. So Kid, are you looking for items or are you looking for Pokemon?
He's probably looking for Pokemon. He wants to get a little training in too.
Cool. Excellent, excellent. And for that, for the Staryu, why don't you go ahead and... Sorry, speaking of experience, Lily can probably get at least a little bit of experience.
A little bit.
Not a lot, but like, oh boy, that's 80.
Yeah.
Just give her 40 XP.
Yeah.
40 more.
40.
Every little bit helps, you
Every
know.
little bit helps.
Right.
All right, Kid, why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20 to see what you find?
Also, I can't see what she has or anything because it only shows me the bio tab.
Oh, shit, sorry. Okay. Now it should be fixed.
Nurse Jackie's gonna be like, "Why are there so many Staryu all of a sudden?
14.
Weren't you going for a cat?"
Okay.
Depopulated the Staryu. Staryu were protected around these parts. What are you doing? You can't catch all of them.
No one told me that.
Oh no.
Okay. So, a couple of things for you, Kid. The first thing you spot is there's an Ekans on a tree as you're passing underneath one, while V is off looking for Staryu. And the other thing you probably would notice is, yeah, you probably see something that looks like an Execute
Eggs.
off in the distance. They are eggs.
Just eggs.
Eggs.
Okay, well, I kind of want to get Dwebble some more XP because he's probably going to be key in the grass gym. So
Okay.
I'll kind of put him down, point up to the Ekans, and just kind of politely tell the Ekans, "Hey, we're gonna fight," and then he's gonna have Dwebble rock bless.
All right, excellent. Did you want to play out this battle, or did you want to just kind of like roll for it like we did?
I mean, however you want to do it. I don't mind either way.
All right.
If you want to just do it like we did, we can speed it along.
All right. Then, in which case, go ahead and roll me d20 plus your level, which is 4, and we'll see how it goes.
16.
Okay, 16. Nice. In which case, go ahead and knock a quarter of XP, a quarter health off of Dwebble. But I will say that the Ekans has been defeated. It's not that difficult. Dwebble did lose a little bit of health in the process. But did you want to just defeat it, or did you want to actually, like, try to catch it?
Nah, I'm just purely trying to get him leveled up because a grass gym, poor Zubat doesn't have flying moves, so Dwebble's probably going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting with that. So I want to get him some XP.
Cool. In which case, Dwebble, 160 EXP. But yeah, knock off that quarter health and maybe a couple of PP points.
could just use Staryu as a flashlight.
You could.
Interesting.
What?
It knows the light cantrip and can cast it at will.
Oh, nice. I mean, that's cool.
It's Staryu's a flashlight. So
Yeah.
hell yeah.
All right.
Let's see. I'm just making... I think Piper is going to be the only thing I have to help in a grass gym. I'm like, what is grass?
Guys,
And it's fire, flying, ice, and psychic.
I might
have.
win first this time.
Ooh. I mean, none of mine are bad. Fighting isn't great, and Chespin's gonna have a fucking problem. But he's at least got rock moves, and
As long as he hits, Double's gonna fucking annihilate him. He's got Combo Master and Fury Cutter, so it's guaranteed 2 hits at least.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
But he's gotta actually hit, so that's why I want to get us next.
All right.
Get this boy some proper training, you know.
Cool.
Great.
I wish Zubat flying thing before like 6 or 8 or whatever it is they get the next moveset stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys do some battling. V spends a lot of time in a tide pool staring intently at a lot of Staryu. You defeat an Ekans, and as you guys finally approach what seems to...
Oh, wait. Actually, but before I just say I defeat it, can I see if it's shiny? Because if it's shiny...
Yes,
you'll
absolutely,
it's
yeah.
not.
Of course. Go ahead and roll me a deal.
You gotta get all
D100.
the tries that
Okay.
we can do.
I would have just felt bad if seconds up and then it turned out to be shiny after.
We'll have to roll like 20 D100s for all the Caterpie.
What about the execute?
We'll see.
Was it shiny?
I think Checo might have already rolled for the Caterpie. Remember, there were a bunch of hidden things last week.
Uh-oh.
Hidden things.
But I want to roll like 40 D100s.
That would be really fun.
What about the execute though? Was
The
it shiny
execute.
or
Okay,
not?
go ahead and roll me for the execute. You did also roll up the execute on your 14, so yeah, that's fair.
I don't really know what it looks like, so I'm not too bummed about that. But it's also just eggs, so it's probably like gold, I would assume.
Or something.
Milo, I will say, since Kid was asking if you guys could take a short rest, I will say absolutely. However, you would be probably getting to the place that you were searching for, like, right at sundown, if you did
Yeah,
that.
I figured it was probably going to be sundown when we get there.
Okay.
But that way I could also potentially... Do I get to roll hit dice on a short rest?
I
Can't remember.
think so.
There we go.
Yeah.
It actually let me drop my boy out this time finally.
Because I got 2 more hit dice, and I kind of need to at least roll 1.
Oh, do knock off the HP off of Dwebble because he was doing the training.
I knocked it off on my sheet, not on him.
Oh, I see, I
because
see.
he wasn't out.
Cool. I don't know what that would be. 30 divided by 4 is 1 is 8, 8, 6, 8, yeah, whatever. 6 is fine. Okay, yeah. Milo takes a short rest, in which case I'll say, yeah, you guys stop by right before you guys kind of arrive there. Have a little bit of dinner. Early dinner. The sun is...
We have our energy going in there. We're not going to be hungry while we're hunting Caterpie.
So excited for all the Caterpies.
Okay.
I just want to walk in the door. I want to walk in the door, and it's like that guy with the pizzas, but instead of fire, it's just Caterpies everywhere.
Oh god!
What I'm hoping
So
to
many
walk into.
Caterpie!
Milo found a Pokeball.
Pokeball.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Sometimes maps come with some pretty interesting things.
Some design choices that I
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily make, sort of deal.
Yes, exactly.
Like axes and,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So, forgive me that there's an item there. I will say that this is not, no.
It's just the Caterpie.
It's just a fucking Caterpie, you guys. It's well, it's not a fucking Caterpie. It's somebody
It's a
made a
roll
little.
roll a deck save on explosion.
Somebody made a fake Pokeball just to prank people.
Right? It's actually glued to the ground.
All right.
Try to pick it
And
up the before.
give me 1 second while I do some last minute stuff. But as you guys approach, you approach kind of from the top. You crest over some rocky bluffs, and you see a red roof that is kind of in between the trees, and you're like, ah, yes, a house. Probably that is something.
Well, I mean, that's where we were supposed to go. Okay, so I guess we just
I mean, do you
approach.
want... I could, if you want, I could have Lily, like, go in there and, like, reconnaissance and be sneaky and see just, like, what it looks like.
How would she be able to convey that meaningfully to us?
I mean,
I mean,
I
I
could
like
have,
the
I
idea,
could tell her,
but
like,
Through a series of dances.
right? Like, spin in a circle for how many times that there are Caterpie.
wouldn't that make her dizzy? Like, if we're talking
Maybe.
dozens, I mean,
Whoa, she's still spinning. She's just going for it.
Spinning forever.
wait, hold on. Sorry, Lily, you're gonna have to start over. I lost count.
No. You're gonna get yourself burned.
I guess it would actually be probably closer to 7 and not 6, thinking about it.
That's fine. I'll let you decide. I trust you.
Because 7 times 4 would be 28, and
Yeah.
8's 32, so
Yeah.
I feel like 7's probably...
It's realistically, yeah, sounds fine.
Alright. Well, yeah, I think we should just probably approach quietly, unless we wanted to just go and get their attention and do this, like, you know, I don't know.
Caterpie, we've come to bargain!
There is to be no bargaining. You are to be moved. You are no longer welcome here by order of the Pokemon Center. You are to be
You're being
relocated.
evicted.
All you little guys and gals, we gotta move you, okay? I'm sorry, but it's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen.
We need money.
How big is the cottage? Like, does it stretch into here, like into all this blackness, or is it?
It doesn't
Like, how-
look that large. And in fact, all of you roll me perception checks.
Okay.
Since you're kind of standing up here on a high point. You have the high ground. Okay. Okay! Jesus Christ, okay. You, at least 2 of you, realize that the cottage is not that tall, and you also now are beginning to see something white kind of partially covering the front side of it. However, as your vision stretches out, Kid, you kind of end up tapping Milo on the shoulder and pointing, and you see that it's not only the cottage, because there's definitely even more, like, stuff further into the forest. It's just kind of all over.
It's
Oh,
the
boy.
whole area. Okay, so the cottage is relatively small. Looks like they're more outside than inside, so...
As far as we can tell.
Do we want to, like, start at the cottage, or do we want to creep around down this way and see if it connects?
Yes.
Yeah, split the party, do it!
No,
You're our ranger, Milo, and I fully trust your decision on this point. Do you think it would be better for us to loop around and double check, or do you want to just beeline for the cottage?
Let me see. Let me roll for him, because I like to see how they're feeling. Okay. I mean, if they're using the cottage as a home, then theoretically that's where it'll be most defended, so it might be better to sneak around to pick off the outer ones first and then make our way in there. I think that'd be good.
Sure.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
Start
we'll
out
head
going?
down towards this bench, yeah, and see if it just keeps going down that way. But we'll kind of creep by, starting with the grass, just in case there are any waiting in this patch of tall grass.
All right, you guys start moving downwards, and I will say that, wow, didn't manage to move all of you. We've split up. As you go along, using Eartha's perception check from before, Kid looks over, and as you're passing through this tall grass, doesn't seem to be many Caterpie in the tall grass, but as you're passing by here, you definitely do see something moving by the house. And as you peer across, you see that out underneath, from under a lot of these like string shot webs essentially that they formed, which you now realize to be essentially little like kind of, they're not cocoons because that's what Metapod are, but based on your experience with Pokemon in general, you know that a lot of Butterfree build like nests to protect Caterpie eggs before they come out, and you see a tiny little thing emerge out kind of from under there and begin to squiggle along, you know, it's doing a little inchworm thing into the grass essentially here.
Genius, Caterpie.
Well,
All right, I'll make him smaller.
Ooh. Alright, I still think if we go to the house, it's just gonna draw them all there. We're gonna end up in an embroiled battle.
I mean, that's
But
not.
I don't
I mean,
necessarily
I
hate
feel like
that.
that's not the worst thing. Yeah,
Right, 'cause
I
where
could
there's one, there's
make it easier,
many.
honestly.
Yeah. Alright, let's
Just
creep
lure them
up
all
on
there.
it. Who wants
We'll
to
funnel them
take
through
first
the
stab
front
at that?
door. I do.
Alright, go for it, V. We'll
I
back
just
you.
wanna. I wanna be like chest deep in Caterpies and just hold them all.
That's the spirit?
Just comes out with an armful of Caterpies.
We'll let V go and say hi, I guess. I thought we were gonna battle everybody, but okay.
I mean, he at least wants to just go say hi to the first one that they sees. He'll kind of like just carefully sneak up and like see if he can get up to the Caterpie without getting swarmed and like crouched down.
Okay, roll me a stealth check if you're trying to sneak up on it.
Yeah. Just so that I don't get, covered in Caterpies out the bat.
what is
What
happening
the
there?
fuck is going on?
That's what happens if you use the Q for waypoints thing on a map that doesn't have a grid.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
I see.
no.
Okay, now we know. Yeah, this Caterpie doesn't seem to notice you. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's a lot.
Sorry, I'll stop.
No, you're good, you're good. You creep up past this house, and with your 22 stealth, you are pretty sure you're not noticed. The Caterpie itself is just kind of munching on some grass. It looks like it just kind of just emerged and is like, "What's up, world?" But yeah, it's just kind of munching. You peer across, and without even making a perception check, you see that the front door of this cottage is kind of open. And it's kind of dark inside. It looks to be like there's more of the strings, but less than you were expecting. It looks like it isn't filled with them, necessarily.
Okay. You just kind of like crouch walk over to the Caterpie and like just carefully pat it on the head. Like, hello, please don't hit me. Hi.
Roll an animal handling check, please.
He's just a little guy.
Do you see over there, V?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
He's so little.
Incredible. Yeah, you pat the Caterpie on the head. It doesn't seem to know what is happening, so it just kind of looks up at you, and kind of curls up a little bit defensively and sticks out its tail, but it's kind of real small, so...
It's okay, I won't hurt you. You just like pat it again. It's just like, what are you guys doing here?
Just kind of tilts its head, looks at you. You rolled high enough on your animal handling that it's just like, I don't know. We're just hanging out now, I guess. It's not attacking you.
Munching grass.
Yeah.
Alright, well, he'll carefully hold both hands down and scoop it up into his arms.
Okay. Congrats on your Caterpie, I guess. It's just like,
Got a baby.
it literally just like hatched, and it's like, this may as well be happening. I don't know any better.
Are you my mom?
Okay. Alright. Well, if none of them are going to attack, then maybe this isn't their nest?
He'll just like
Wherever
take the Caterpie and like poke his head into the door and see.
Okay. You look inside the door, you immediately see that there is a large portion of the kind of the eastern corner where on this map the webs are the most concentrated. It seems that somebody had left the window open and they crawled through, and there's like a large, almost nest-like contraption, but there's a lot of empty space there. You know, probably not good for somebody with tryptophobia, but essentially there's a lot of like holes that are just kind of open, and you're like, there's not Caterpie here. Yeah, it's probably where they hatched, but the rest of the place itself looks honestly relatively clean and kind of barely touched. You think that this was, you know, kind of used once, and a lot of them hatched and then exited and then just kind of went by, but currently it's not being occupied by a ridiculous amount of Caterpie.
Are there like a bunch of eggs in the nest over there? Do we need to move some eggs for them so that, you know, nothing happens?
You can go ahead and kind of like investigate if you'd like. Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Sure, we can try.
Okay.
Hot six.
You look through this. Your hands immediately begin to kind of stick to these strings, so it's really difficult to go through them, but you don't find any eggs. You end up with just really sticky hands. Some of them stuck together, like when you super glue your fingers together.
Okay, kid will kind of sit up, like, rubbing his hands together, getting the stickiness, will pat V on the shoulder with a sticky hand, and just kind of say, it doesn't. I don't see any more eggs. One of you guys might want to double check because I might have missed something, but it looks like they might have just used this as, you know, a safe place to lay some eggs.
Yeah,
not get
weird
attacked.
out.
And then, yeah.
I mean, I could light it on fire.
No, you're not. We're not. That's not. I don't think fire is the right answer to this situation.
How else do we get? I mean, we're supposed to clean up though. Also, like, how do we get all the sticky stuff away? And if it's empty, it's just like just there.
I think what they want is for us to get rid of the source, which is whatever's causing this, and I don't think it's just your one little friend there. So, I guess we follow the web, right? Like,
I
it looks
think
like
so.
there's more over here, yeah. All right.
That makes
I'll
sense. And
hold
kid puts his other hand on V's back to try to unstick the first hand from his shoulder, and he gets that one off, but now his other hand stuck to his back. Like,
Come on, man. Just like, no, just pull it off. How do I? Can I look at my Pokedex and just like, are you able to ask it kind of like in the anime, sort of like ask it a bit about Pokemon, like how do you get rid of the sticky?
I'm betting that they probably turned off the verbal option, but you can definitely like type in questions like you do into Google.
Right.
Let me see while I read the Pokedex entry for it. I'm guessing you already Pokedexed the Caterpie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I'll
I
also
thought.
just like look down at him and just like, can you get this stuff off? Is that something that you guys can do since you produce it, or?
It looks up at you, kind of tilts its head, and then begins to crawl up to your shoulder and begins to nibble on the web.
Okay, there you go.
Munch.
Let him do that.
For the time being,
Also,
you haven't captured this Caterpie, but you know what? I'm just gonna kind of assign it to you, and
no.
for
I
now,
got a nest ball if you want one.
Huh?
Like if you just want something, I got a nest ball if you want something unique to put them in.
I guess so.
It's up to
Yeah.
you. I had bought
do
it
wanna
as
bring him
an
in.
option, but like, I'm not a huge bug fan, personally.
They're so cute, Milo. Look at him.
uh,
Look at
I mean,
him.
all right,
He's
so
currently
he's cute.
chewing between kids' fingers in order to get the web off.
I do fully admit that he's cute, but just not my style, I guess. Kind of just pets Rocky on the head.
Rocky.
What about if we find like a Heracross or a Scyther?
Now, a Scyther. I'd capture a Scyther. I don't think I'd be able to right now. I'm pretty sure it'd kill me. But that I would use the nest ball. Either way, and he'll just sort of like lob it over to you. If you feel like it, just...
Oh, those 2D100s.
They're all in the same freaking.
They're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
I will say, I
Yeah.
will say above the table that for the Caterpie that are already present on this map, I have already rolled.
Okay. You already rolled them all.
I
Okay.
rolled.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I mostly wanted to know if it was a boy or a girl. If I'm continuing on with my female-only team.
And it looks like you kind of are.
Apparently.
I think so, because Caterpie is, what is it? Hold on, is it 50-50? I think Caterpie are 50-50.
Probably.
Yeah, they are. So yeah.
Yeah.
This is also girl. Congrats.
Right.
Rocky
Alright,
is currently kind of like awkwardly standing right beside Milo, and as you guys look at this new Pokemon, you have never seen a more awkward look. It looks like it wants to kind of be scared, but it's also partially like, where am I? What is happening?
Buddy, we are going to have some fun and work on...
V holds up the Caterpie for Rocky to sniff like you would like give something to a dog to sniff.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling with disadvantage. Because Rocky is currently feeling okay, but...
Okay, it's 12, because I can reroll ones, but...
Oh, okay. Okay. That's better. Yeah, you hand it over to Rocky, and initially he kind of, like, jerks away from it, like he expects you to do something else, but then as he realizes there's a Caterpie on it, he kind of does that thing where, like, dogs pull their neck all the way back, and kind of gives you the side eye, and then slowly looks up at Milo, and then looks back at the Caterpie. Eventually does sniff it, but seems uninterested.
Don't worry, buddy. You're gonna tackle quite a few of those in just a few minutes, I'm sure. Don't worry. We're gonna have some fun, okay? All right, guys.
Can I also ask it, like, where the rest of its family is?
I guess. Milo hasn't technically taken that.
Yeah, I can't talk to the Pokemon yet.
But V is definitely trying.
Like, I kind of just, like, point it, or hold it up and tell it to, like, point its body.
Okay. It doesn't seem to know. It literally just hatched, and it's just kind of, like, crawling around, and it wants to get back onto your shoulder so it can eat more of the web.
Right. He just passes it, it's just like, good girl, okay. And puts it back on his shoulder to eat the web that got stuck from... Is Kid's hand still stuck to my back? Does she need to...
By this
free
point,
that?
I would say no. Kid, roll me a strength check, because it's not that hard to actually peel off.
It's like flypaper, probably.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Somehow!
Somehow.
We are rolling fire tonight, gang.
Right?
We have rolled so many ones.
So many ones.
That's like the fifth one, I think?
Yeah, it's like the 5th or 6th
Right.
natural one. Freaking
Incredible. Okay.
Hey, I got my hand V, and then the hand that was stuck before comes off. But as he does, he kind of
No.
pushes with the other hand, and that hand's stuck on the other shoulder now.
I swear.
Milo, what are you doing?
He is going to check out what or he's trying to follow the path of the webbing, but
Mhm.
I'm not even sure if I can get past these trees.
You kind of look between them. They're pretty thick and close together. You know that you saw more webbing in this direction. You could try to climb it, but you realize that you would probably be climbing directly into the web, and you look back at your friends who are trying to unstick from each other, and you're like, I wonder what would happen if that happened, like, whole body.
I don't want to climb through the big, sticky, gross web. Can I get through these trees while they're still unsticking themselves?
You think you might be able to? Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check. Okay. You begin to climb through the
What you're
trees.
doing?
We immediately get stuck
Uh,
and just like trapped forever.
Milo, roll me a perception check as well.
Maybe you were onto it, Milo, and maybe we should have just went down and this way right out the gate.
Right?
Right.
You begin to climb through here. Roll me a dexterity check for Rocky as well, just for fun.
Okay.
Okay.
One.
Rocky manages to get through here a lot better than you. He just kind of ducks through and looks back at you with this look of like, what are you doing?
What are you
On my way.
doing?
I'm making
And
my way. You got 4 feet and you're much smaller.
you make your way here, and you end up in even more web, and you're kind of stuck at the same time as Rocky turns. Sorry, I moved Rocky on accident there. But as soon as you turn around, you begin to look, and you see a whole bunch of little red horns, which seem very familiar, turn around and point towards you, and suddenly you're like, oh, hey, I found some Caterpie, so let me just go ahead and reveal them one by one, and we are going to maybe roll some initiative.
Oh, there's a few. Okay, all right. I think I'm stuck.